everyone, this is Brad from Board Game Geek. I'm here with Grant from Columbia Games. We're going to talk a little bit about several things. The first, we want to just get an update on Slapshot. There's a digital version of that. Can you tell us how that did and kind of your experience doing a digital version?
Yeah, well, that was our first app that we'd ever done in the iOS world, or really in a long time. In the computer stuff, we'd flirted with it in some of the war games in the past, but never really gone full out on it. So it was a good experience to kind of take it very seriously and do a sort of professional, we'll say high-end edition of something, as opposed to kind of the you're always
hobbyist kind,
cheesy hobbyist sacrifices in the past. And so we were able to do Slapshot with lots of bells and whistles and sounds and animation, and that really added to the experience. And it's been really quite successful. We've probably moved about 2,500 units of the app. It's not millions, but
still, that's a good amount.
It's all right, yeah. And every time I go to a show like this, I sell another 100 of them or something, because people come around and they see that and they just want to jump on it. You reviewed it for me, did you not?
We did, yeah. I think so.
Appreciated that.
Yeah. Do you have any plans for any other games going iOS? Maybe some of the block games or anything?
They're loose plans. Some of the same problems, I guess, I kind of hinted at there earlier in the discussion. Block games are kind of complicated in comparison to Slapshot, and if it can be done, it certainly can be done, as has been witnessed from other companies. But it's an effort, right? It's not just an easy migration. So I don't have any firm plans to do any more of the board game apps. Literally, the current plan of the hour for Slapshot is to, or for apps, is to continue to refine this one.
Okay.
We still haven't actually finished the next expansion to it, which is going to have a multiplayer, Game Center enabled ability to play your friends anywhere in the world. And so the current edition is solitaire, you playing the computer, and it's been a little harder to get that iOS or Game Center thing working and the turn passing and all that the way we wanted it to, but it is coming along, and that's probably going to just keep us busy for the next 3 or 4 months, probably to the end of the year. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to talk about apps again in a new context next year.
Yeah, definitely. Gen Con again, we'll catch up. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to show us
a quick tour of the rest of my other product lines here? The Columbia Games line of board games that we colloquially call the wooden block games. And the reason for that, if you look maybe on the back of the box here, you'll see these blocks. They're three-dimensional physical pieces of wood that are the units, and it's a common element to all of the games. There'll be different kinds of pieces, of course. This from World War II in the Russian front. These are tanks and infantry and those kind of things. But we'll use the same basic game concepts here to deal with the American Revolution and George Washington and Indians and Continentals and those guys. And it's still a wooden block, and operates with the same, we'll say 50 to 70% of the same rules across all the games, across all the different time periods. Been actually publishing these things for 40 years. This first one came out in 1972, and it's been printed 7 or 8 times since, and still in print. Another interesting example is this one, which was first printed in '74. Whoa, a little clumsy. And we just refunded this on Kickstarter in 2013.
Okay.
And did pretty good. We got $70,000, which was awesome. Above what we asked by a long margin. And so we did a fully deluxe edition of that. And that's a nice segue into my current Kickstarter project.
Sure. Yeah, let's take a look.
I can show you here. It's just a prototype right now. So this is another World War II game titled Victory in Europe. And it is, I'm going to say, a month from fruition.
Okay.
Including the production. We are probably ready to go to the printer in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And this is also a block game, so here you can actually see kind of close up what a block kind of actually looks like. It's a Russian infantry and The block on this side has a sticker to tell you that. On the back side, it doesn't. It's blank. So when you're playing the game, you can see that. I see this, the sticker on my side. You just don't know what I got. And it could be a tank, it could be an infantry. It also rotates. See how that block is standing there with the number 3 at the top? That's like 3 hit points or 3 power or 3 dice. If I rotate it one time, then it's a 2. And it's taken a hit. It's taken another hit eliminates it. You can also build them back up. So that adds to the fog of war even further. And so when you're playing the game, Russians are over there facing that way, the Germans sit on the south, and the Americans and the British sit on the north.
Okay.
And this is a grand strategic World War II game, the whole war from 39 to 45, playable in a single session.
Oh, wow.
It's probably 4 to 5 hours. It's still a pretty heavy session, but doable, you know. And that was the model. We were trying to satisfy that because it just kind of hasn't really been done before.
Right. In that time frame.
In that time frame. Even the Axis and Allies type games take 8 or 10 hours to get through. It's amazing. So this is card driven. We have cards hiding somewhere here.
And is this on Kickstarter right now?
It's been funded. You can still go and read about it because the project is still there, of course. It's also right on ColumbiaGames.com, right on the front page. But a quick scan of these cards. These are done by year, so there's a bunch of 39 cards and then a bunch of 40 cards coming up. And they have different kind of combat or diplomatic or movement effects that throw a monkey wrench in the game. And they limit how much you have to think about in a given turn, how much you can do. You have to make choices with scarce limits.
Cool.
And the game is a 26 turn game. So that's how I know that it'll take so long. It'll take so long. Right. You know, 26 turns times 10 to 15 minutes each still adds up.
Right.
But doable.
Cool.
Right. So that's coming out, and we'll be sending that to the printer a couple of weeks.
Awesome. Pretty cool.
Folks can look forward to seeing that. Probably September in their mailboxes.
Cool.
So thanks for stopping by, Brad.
No worries.
I really
Thank you.
enjoyed talking to you and showing you all the stuff, and we'll talk to you again.
Yeah, we'll look forward to hearing more. Thank you so much.